Hello YouTube Nation, this is Ron from RTR Gearheads. Today we're going to be going on Junior's Dodge. Had some problems the other day, it wouldn't start. Gauges weren't working. We unhooked the ground for about a day, restarted, gauges were working, still wouldn't start. Swapped out relays, got the fuel pump going, started. So what we're going to be doing today is actually going through and cleaning the connectors on the bottom of the fuse block. All right, we'll be back with you guys shortly. The next three pictures shows that we made sure to take the time to get the serial numbers for the power control module, the fuse box, and the front control module, just in case we have to replace it. We wanted to have that information before we got everything taken apart. This is the fuse panel in the truck prior to us actually removing it. Doesn't take too much to get it out. And here are the 7 plugs that we had to remove in order to get it out. And we have it on the toolbox, about to take everything apart to actually see if we can find any damage. Once we got everything apart in the fuse box, it wasn't that hard to tell where the damage was. So now we know that we are going to end up replacing the fuse box itself. We found a place online that actually reconditions the fuse boxes, so we'll end up getting one, and these pictures right here are showing what the product looks like when it's actually clean, how it's supposed to be, without any damage. Well, YouTube Nation, there you have it. Very short on the videos, got a good couple pictures in there for reference to let you guys know what's going on. As I mentioned earlier, when Junior was over the other night, moved vehicles at the house, started up, the truck moved fine. About an hour later, when they were getting ready to leave, his truck wouldn't start. Cranking, that was it. It was here for 2 days while he was driving the Wrangler, just because we want to get some miles on that before it goes back to its owner. I didn't do much to get it to run. I mean, I took the negative battery terminal off for a night. Had at least one bad relay in there. Yesterday when I finally got it going good, I put 5 more gallons of fuel because our driveway sits on an incline. Just thinking possibly with that, he had a 1/4 tank of fuel, thinking maybe the pump wasn't picking up for some reason. It started up, got it on the road, parked it out front. About an hour later, I went back out to start it again, wouldn't start. Couldn't hear the fuel pump priming, so I actually bypassed the fuel pump relay, hardwired it in there to run. Truck started fine, so I ended up taking the AC fan clutch relay and just switching out for the fuel pump relay real quick, fired up, ran. Junior was able to drive it home last night. I followed him. Like I said, as you saw, we tore it apart today. He'd had problems recently anyway with ABS light just happened to come on, or the airbag light would come on. There's no issues with those systems in the vehicle. As you can see in the picture, that burnt spot was actually, or the corroded spot on the board was actually where a good clump of relays were. If I remember correctly, that's right around where the airbag lights, so the airbag restraint system relays are. But where that's at also runs into the plug that the front control module plugs into. So it could have been messing with power with the systems that the front control module controls, manages. So we are going to probably go, we could have went on Evil Bay and got a used one, but they all look just like his. And until you get a used one and break open a case like we did, his truck still ran. You wouldn't have known until it was too late to know. Sitting here in the wintertime right now, all we need is him to have his family in there and snowing and break down in the middle of nowhere. We'd go out and get him regardless, but that's not the point. Have the inconvenience, you know, kids in the truck and significant others in the truck, and have to wait for somebody to come get you because something you thought was good internally wasn't. And of course, Evil Bay, yeah, they have a warranty or guarantee on parts depending on the store, but again, the inconvenience. So in a later video, when we actually get the new part reconditioned, company online actually gets them, tears them apart, replaces the boards, and as you saw in the second picture of the new one, it comes loaded with all new fuses, all new relays. Once we order that and get that, we're going to do a more thorough video. For some reason in the garage today, we had the heat on in there, but after you know, I shot a bit of the video, my phone would only take pictures. I don't know if it was because of the cold or what. It's not actually that cold out, but it was acting up. Hence the pictures with tutorials on there for this video. But once we actually get the part, and we'll do a video of us pulling his truck in the garage, a total video covering the removal of the fuse block, along with those plugs. There's a lot of videos out there already on YouTube about removing the fuse box. But we'll go ahead and shoot, and that way you have from beginning to end. Today was more or less just a troubleshoot and see if we could find something obvious. We didn't want to start throwing money at parts when it comes to electronic management parts, especially the fuse panel, the front control module, the PCM, just throwing money. Right now, we know that this part, this fuse panel or fuse box, does have a problem in it. So we're going to go ahead and replace that, and then hopefully that's it. I don't want to take out the power control module if we don't have to. We are, however, going to take the 4 plugs out of there when we're doing the new installation of the fuse box, and clean up those terminals for the power control module, get some dielectric grease on there, because even if there wasn't production dielectric grease put in there, truck's a 04. So it's 18 years old, and it's probably dried up in there, so we want to make sure we're getting good contact there. And we'll be doing the same with the connectors on the fuse box and where the actual front control module secures to the fuse box. So for those who have already subscribed, thank you. We're actually up a couple from the last video. We're up to 141. I want to thank all you that already subscribed, and encourage those who haven't to go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps us. It helps us know that the videos we're putting up are something I keep saying that you guys find interesting. That way, if not, we can change direction. As you see, we're not just Chevy. You saw the Jeep also. A good majority of what we have is GM products, but Junior's got his Dodge. I've got my Ford pickup and the bikes you'll see shortly. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button, let us know what you think. And if you possibly have any ideas for future projects, go ahead and shoot us a message on that too. And as long as they're affordable in our realm, we'll go ahead and try to get some of that knocked out. Some of the vehicles here soon that we'll actually be working on are ours, and come springtime, they'll probably be up for sale. If you go on our prior videos, my 1994 Chevy S10 originally had the 4.3 in it. TBI, it's now got a 350 in it, TBI 5.7. That will probably be coming up for sale in the springtime, and maybe a motorcycle or two. So, again, let us know what you think. Again, thank you all for your support. and we'll be getting back with you soon. Thanks for watching.